Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai, the ones, the elders, and apostles of the great millstone, who do rule and teach well. It's young brother here, and today I want to get into a little bit of the scripture right here. Jeremiah 2 and 13. Jeremiah 2. We can honestly start at 11. Have a nation changed their gods, which yet no gods, but my people have changed their glory into that which did not profit, right? Because Israel was following things and these different philosophies and nations and ways that they had no business following. And hold on. So here, as a nation never changes gods, yet they are not gods at all, because of nations, their gods are not gods, they're actually demons that they worship. There's a precept in the New Testament that talks about that, how they worship things that are like demons and stuff like that. They're not actual gods, they're demons. And the demons actually speak to them. Like those people that are like, because you have like prophets on the right hand, but then you have prophets on the left hand, like actual people that can like connect with demons. And the demons will tell them, okay, we need sacrifices, and that's what they do. That's what the leads do. They actually go out and that's why you hear like about children going missing and about like things like that. Sometimes you hear about women going missing and this and that. Like that's dudes too. When you hear about those things, those are sacrifices, man. Yeah, there we go. The Koreans tend to Bible as a nation never changed as gods, though they are no gods at all. But people have exchanged their glory for useless idols. Yeah. Right, so Jeremiah's getting on our people, right? I can honestly give me another second. We'll see. Okay, so you can read this right here. Jeremiah lived during a turbulent period, the final years of the kingdom of Judah, from the death of King Josiah, 609 BCE. I believe this man here is where you get the idea of Josiah's Passover. He was initially doing well, but then he chased one of those pharaohs when he wasn't supposed to. Yeah, he chased one of the pharaohs when the Lord didn't tell him to do that, and he did it, and he got himself killed, murdered, and technically killed, because they were right to kill him in that time. He had it coming with that one. Even though, the things he did, he was good. He did a lot of good things, but towards the end, and he made that blunder, which cost him his life. He lost independence that followed. Destruction of Jerusalem by the Babylonians and exile most of its population by 587 to 586. So that's what happened. This is after the northern kingdom already got dragged away. And then eventually they came over to the land where, we are now. America, Canada, North America, Central South America, all over the place. Okay, so verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be all afraid, be every desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Okay, so they have committed two evils. So what are the two evils? The sin of the heathen is idolatry, whereas people have in addition renounced the service of the one true power, one true God. Alright, so that's how they committed two evils, because the heathen are only capable of committing one evil. Because you're the Lord's chosen people, you're capable of committing two evils. The other evil meaning turning away from the Lord. See, we're held up to a different standard. than everyone else. Yeah. Found the living waters. Found something here. Yeah, this one. This is Jehovah, but we know it really goes back to Yahweh. As a fountain of living water, having life in himself, giving life to all. Israelites prefer cisterns, the concept of which vapid and worthless in themselves disappear through leakage. For the figure of water as denoting spiritual blessing, also spiritual life. Isaiah 12 and 13, Isaiah 44 and 3. We're going to come back to that cistern, right? We can actually go ahead and get that one, right? Right. Therefore, with joy shall you draw out the water of the walls of salvation. There, that's one. Right, the knowledge and the truth of the scriptures, which is going to lead to salvation. For I'll pour upon water upon him that's thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I'll pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. That's right. Getting that water, it's going to lead to your salvation. It's going to lead to that blessing. I was looking at something here. In John 4 and 10, shall I answer something to her? Talking about the Samaritan woman, which she was the actual heathen, that knows the gift of God and who it is to save to thee. Give me to drink thou wouldest asked of him, and you are given the living water. Okay, living water is knowledge of the scriptures. And if you want the proof, you should see here, right? John 4 and 22, you worship, not what, not what we know we worship the salvations of the Jews, right? One was heathen, therefore nothing to do with Israel, because you had a lot of people that were trying to copy us and trying to, do what we do, so on and so forth. There's something else I'm looking for here, something about a mountain. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But in the kingdom, they're just gonna be under control. They're gonna follow the laws and worship the Father and so on and so forth. We're gonna force them to do that. The second part of this, right? Part of the spring of water. That leaps and flashes as though it were a living spring, breaking ceaselessly forth from a hidden source. Right, so I call it living water also, because it makes you alive. You're supposed to be different. You know what I mean? This is the best source of that higher life bestowed on him, to whom the Most High has unveiled his face. In other words, mean to bring out the scriptures to you. You can't see the Lord face to face. The scripture said the Lord can hold no evil. If you were to see the Lord face to face, you would literally die immediately. As a mortal, you would die. So the way, the truth, and the life. There you go. Alright, so the second part is he was my cisterns, broken cisterns that called no water. So here's thewaymagazine.com, cisterns in Bible times. Here's a description of it. You have a stone cover, drain. The drain gets the water out. You have the earth. Then you have some lining here, limestone. You have the collected rainwater, right? So cisterns are well known in Bible times, but the word cistern is all but lost in our vocabulary. We still find the word in the dictionary, and we still have cisterns at some of our farms that are located in isolated areas. They actually have them here in Ithaca. Well, not cisterns, but like wells and stuff. But it's kind of different. They got groundwater stuff, so it's kind of similar things, but not really. This is to collect rainwater. More of the other stuff like groundwater, I think they connect that to the water. It's actually underground with pipes. Right. Cisterns can be described as underground receptacle for collecting rainwater. This rainwater is collected from the runoff from roofs or through drains. In Bible times, people that had cisterns in their homes usually dug them in their closed courtyard. This protected the cistern and its precious water from outsiders. So, give me a quick second. Alright, so this is a courtyard. This is what you should think of. So, like a space on your own property. This is a courtyard. You don't see many stuff like that in the city. So if any other guys that are like in a very urban environment, you don't really, homes don't really have things like that. You got like apartments and stuff. If you go like upstate, like Chappaqua and stuff like that, you probably see stuff like that. But yeah, this is what they mean. So like stuff on your own domicile. Cisterns could be hewn out of rock or dug out of clay. They were often bell, pear-shaped, and had a small opening at the top. A stone or wooden cover would be placed over the opening, that which would keep the cistern clean until the rains came. This cover will also keep the water clean, prevent people and animals from falling in. I think that's what it means. So you can fact check me. I'm not gonna go get it right now. But like if you dig a hole or something, it doesn't have to necessarily be a cistern. It could be anything, but that's probably where you get that from. Like if you have an animal and it falls into like a pit or something, that you're supposed to like pay for it and stuff. Roughly paraphrasing it, I don't really remember it, entirely. You should just go look it up. So cisterns could be dug out of rock or clay. They were often bell, pear-shaped, and had a small opening at the top. Early cisterns became dry and cracked before the rains came, and they would no longer hold water. But about the time of Israel's conquest of Canaan, the invention of limestone plaster made it possible to line the cisterns, making them waterproof. Cracked cisterns could also be mended with this plaster so they could again hold water. So when you hear things with broken cisterns, they hold no water, right? Meaning that there's no use to it. The water is just gonna break out. Now there's something here. No comparison could, this is a Cambridge Bible for schools and colleges. No comparison could more keenly rebuke the madness of a people who had changed their glory for that which does not profit. The best cisterns, even those in solid rock, are strangely liable to crack, if by constant care they are made to hold. Yet the water collected from clay roofs or from marry soil has the color of weak soap suds. The taste of the earth or the sable is full of worms, and in the greatest of need it utterly fails. I have never been able to tolerate the cistern water except in Jerusalem, where they are bid with scrupulous care. They fill from roofs and both clean and hard. I don't know who that is. I'm ignoring that. A cistern by its very nature, pulpit commentary. A cistern by its very nature only hold a limited amount of water, and the water collected from clay roofs or from oily soil. Yes, okay. Sees the earth or the stable, who would prefer such an impure supply to the sweet, wholesome water of fountain. That's right. So a broken cistern has contaminated water, and the water represents something that's like you need for life. So you're getting the things that you need for life. You're putting and making something dependable out of something that is independable. Like you're basically putting your trust in something that's corrupted and broken and disgusting and contaminated. But these systems cannot even be depended upon for this poor turbid drink, which is basically likened unto the following heathen ways. They're broken like so many even of the best hewn cisterns. How fine description of the combined attractiveness and disappointedness of heathen religion's qualities, the most striking in proportion on the scale on which the religion's problem is realized in Hinduism. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I might look into these and I could honestly get some more information here, but some of the longer ones are talking about more than one precept, more than one scripture. Like they're not just talking about this verse, they're talking about a little bit ahead. Other photos that I've seen here is this one here. I just got it from like this research paper, but right, you get water come off the roof, water loss to evaporation, water loss leakage, collectible water go through a drain, and it will go there. Then you would use it for water, cooking, hygiene, human consumption, so on and so forth. And here's another one. This one's from Greece, but that's a cistern. Alright, that's it. The one edify shalom.